This approach to weight loss is different from the others that are out there because everybody knows the basic rules of weight loss. You eat less, you move more. The books that are out there just show you different ways to do that thing. Nobody talks about why it's so hard to keep those simple instructions. And actually, science has just now begun uncovering the links in that chain that show why weight loss is so simple and yet so difficult. And it turns out that by thinking differently and by changing small behaviors, you can actually recondition your brain and body so that you don't just lose weight, but you become a naturally thin person so that you never have to diet again. I wrote this because I'm an American woman, and we're a nation of people who are struggling desperately to try to be thin while consistently gaining weight. So I lived in that kind of hell for about, the first 40 years of my life. And then I started stumbling across these behaviors that change the mind and brain so that the body naturally stays thin. And when I realized that the way we're trying to be thin is actually making us fat, and that the more willpower we exert, the more the body kicks back to put on weight, when I realized that, I desperately wanted other people to avoid going through what I went through when I was struggling with my weight. If you think about it, under what circumstances would a wild animal increase its activity while decreasing the amount of food it eats and even going hungry? Nothing good. It's going to be famine, natural disaster, predator attacks. So our brains, any animal's brain, evolved to react to a food shortage like that by going into emergency mode. That means pumping out stress hormones, changing behavior and attention in many ways. And one of those ways is to try to take in and keep as many food calories as possible to stave off famine. So when people go on diets, it actually creates in the body the set of conditions that are responses to famine, and that makes it really easy to gain weight, really hard to lose it, and also predisposes us to a whole bunch of degenerative illnesses. So to get away from famine brain, we have to recondition our brains by going through a series of behaviors that calm the mind and the body, and then the body lets go of the weight.